Play everything now! What is going on, my people? Welcome to the show, man. And today we are talking about hidden gems, a specific hidden gem on the Nintendo Wii. Just we're going to say Nintendo in general. Now, we know that Nintendo hasn't been known for mature titles. Now, mature titles doesn't necessarily entail just straight violence. You know, that's not what I consider mature. But in this instance, we're going to say that Nintendo, for their history, has tended to stay away from games that are kind of over the top with excessiveness in all aspects. But there is one particular game that we're going to talk about that is one of my favorite Nintendo titles and is a must-have, a hidden gem. And if you have not played it, you must go out and play this. And this game is none other than Mad World, right here. Mad World is a beat 'em up. It's developed by Platinum, published by Sega. It was released March 2009. And this game is the pinnacle game where Nintendo was like, okay, we're known as a family system, and we're going to shake it all up with this game. So they employed none other than Sega. And we know Japanese companies, they do some over-the-top stuff. So this is a fictional city that a group of anarchists has taken over, and they've blown up the bridges so nobody can get in and nobody can get out. And there's also a virus going around that's going to wipe people out within a day. But besides all of that, there is a tournament that they set up in different boroughs in the town, and these towns are run by bosses, right? And there's an agency that's trying to infiltrate the problem, so they send in a person that's kind of undercover. This would be the anti-hero because you're doing heinous acts with this character, but these are acts that must be done. And these games that they set up, they're all about violence and pushing to the extreme, and there are what you call watchers that watch these things and they get joy out of it. And these tournaments have commentary, announcers that are so over the top. For instance, you have a lady that walks the streets, would be your OF, you know, model nowadays, and then you have the PIM whatever that's, you know, controlling and looking after her and making sure she's good. That's repeat the things that they say in this game. It is so over the top, you know, they would get canceled now. I don't even know if they could make this game right now, honestly. What is so over the top? First of all, everything is a weapon in this game. You can use signposts, knives, daggers, your fists, your feet, chainsaw, whatever you can find, spikes, hooks, electric panels. Pretty much you get the point. Anything can be used as a weapon. And you're talking about gore. I mean, you're chopping people in half, legs off, heads off, you're punching them, they're electrocuting to death, you're impaling them, they're walking around. Listen, the gore is to the next level. And I think Nintendo has taken so much slack for all their Mario games and their little cookie cutter games that in this instance they were like, listen, we're going to push the limits. And this game definitely pushed the limits. So that's pretty much what it is. It's a style. You get style for the way you delete people in this game. That's what it is. That's what the tournament is about. But there's also that story that you're trying to find out what's going on and get to the source of it so you can get the city back on track. And the CIA and stuff is working with you to get you the necessary intel that you need to do so. And it's implemented perfectly. It's a fun game. But if we're comparing gameplay and how things perform now to that, we can't do that. So if you have this game, you kind of have to put your mind and body in that time when this game came out. The controls are not the greatest, but after a few, you know, times around the block with the game, it becomes a part of you. You get used to it. It's like bad controls can become good. Once you get used to it, you don't even notice them. So using this game uses the nunchucks, so it's a lot of motion going involved, and it really keeps you going. I mean, you're constantly moving them nunchucks, man, and it's fun. It never gets tiring. You work up a little sweat. What more could you ask for? The sound compared to now, meh. Sound not all of that, but at that time I would say the sound was good. And Everything that needs to be heard is heard. The chainsaw cutting, the blood spraying, the people yelling and screaming in agony and pain. It's there. And not only that, in between these missions, you have mini games where they're just as violent. How many people could you hit with a spike bat into the bullseye on a board? I mean, how many people could you throw into a pit where the spike come down? I mean, it's just over the top. And it's effective. And these things in turn give you points towards the boss. And once you get a certain amount of points in the stage, you're then welcome to a glorious fight with the boss. Very creative. At times it can get repetitive, but it's always fun. It's always fun. And these bosses are unique and just great design. Kudos to that. So the commentary and the music is actually a flagship in this game. The commentary, they say the most inappropriate disregard for life I have ever even heard to this day in a game. No holds barred when it comes to the commentating of these events, man. And they'll talk about people's wives, their private parts, their streetwalkers and relationship problems and cheating is going on between husband and wife. And listen, nothing is out of bounds, and I love the fact that they did this with this game. So this is one of those games that must be cherished, man. This game truly, right here, this game right here is truly freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech, no matter how outrageous it is. It really is, and I'm glad that Sega and Nintendo did a game like this, because there's one thing that I hate, and I hate censorship. I think everybody has the right to say whatever they want to say, no matter how outlandish you may think it may be. Or they need to be able to put their product out of creativity out in the market, and whoever wants to buy it will buy it. Whoever doesn't will leave it alone. The game is styled like Sin City. It's comic book, so they're able to get away with a lot of things that I don't think they could have gotten away with, especially at that time and even now, based on the way that it looks. So it's a cartoon, and when things are in a cartoon form, you can kind of go over the top with things, and that's what they did. They went over the top with things. So it's amazing, man. Definitely a great game, great throwback. If you're looking for something to play, you're tired of these cookie cutter, rinse and repeat type of games out on the market right now, you want to go back to some old school gaming, go back and play Mad World. It's cheap. You're able to get it on eBay for dirt cheap, and I think it's well undervalued, and it's one of them games I think should be up there in price, but hey, it is what it is. Majority of the people on the reviews also like this game as well, so I'm not the only one that actually gives this game high praises. So go check it out. Peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button, and that notification bell. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace. It's the match.
I'm going to enjoy every moment.
Not even Jack win that power struggle. I think he got defeated. Jack showed that to his boss. Jack can't do the girl, he's turning his testicle. All the signs indicate that Rin Rin just got her pretty little ass handed to her.